and today we are here for episode 6. When life is heavy, but you gotta keep showing up. As you guys could tell by the title and um, my tone, this episode is gonna be a bit more on the serious side. And honestly, guys, I'm about to be super honest with y'all. I am not feeling it. I am so like just not mentally with it. I myself am feeling super duper heavy. And I figured this would be a great time to talk about being heavy and still showing up because right now I am living proof of that. um so yeah. Okay, guys. Bear with me. 'Cause like I said, everything is heavy right now and honestly, I don't want to be sitting here and recording and talking, but we have to show up, right? And this is what it looks like in real time. And yes, of course, I again need my handy dandy iPad. I need it especially in times like right now. And hold on. Yes, guys, I got my hair done. If you haven't noticed, no more blue. We're now really at our punk rock era. Period. Okay, let's get into it. Whew, man. Man, oh man. Okay. I feel like people don't talk enough about the days where it is really heavy and when technically there might not be nothing that's wrong. Like, there might not have been something that just happened, or there's an actual like situation that you're going through. Um, but everything just feels heavy. And now, okay, I think people don't like to necessarily talk about that too much because it might not feel like right to talk about. Like, okay, if nothing's wrong, why do I feel this way? But we're humans and it's okay to feel heavy. It's normal actually. It's also normal to, you know, feel like nothing is going right either. Um, and I think that gets overlooked a lot. Um, and sometimes it can also just feel like you're carrying something, but you just don't know how to explain it right. Hello, that's me. um, I'm going to talk a little bit about my personal experience, right? Um, Sometimes it's like your mind is tired, your heart is tired, and you don't know exactly from what. And that's okay, right? In my case, sometimes I don't know from what because it can be a whole lot of different things, right? But one of my biggest things, and I kind of talked about it in episode 2, where I briefly mentioned that I did lose my dad, and that was really hard. And that's something that, like I said in that episode, and like I'm gonna say now, I'm always gonna struggle with and is always gonna be really heavy. And sometimes there will be days when you're in grief and you just wake up and you're like, fuck, I feel heavy and unmotivated, and like you just might not want to get out of bed, right? Trust. I get the feeling. And that can happen to anybody, but I think a big part of that is also from grief. Um, and grief doesn't necessarily have to come from somebody dying, right? Grief can come from losing contact with someone, ending a relationship with someone, whether it be your friendship, your lover, your partner, um, a pet, losing something you love, um, like a job or something, right? It doesn't have to just be someone, it could be something. Um, it can be anything. And while grieving, you do lose a version of yourself. Um, you also lose how things used to feel. You lose the thought of what something was going to be or what something was. And the worst, one of the worst, right? Things for me at least, is sometimes grieving something that is still in your life. And that is very hard. Um, that one is a kicker because let's say, right, for example, if you have someone in your life and you are extremely close to them and your relationship is a certain way and then changes, or the person changes, or they just might not want to be a part of what you had or what you want, you grieve that, and that person could still be in your life, but you're grieving maybe what you had, and that is really hard. I don't have the answers to that one, guys. But I know that it's fucking hard. It's hard. That's all I have to say. It's hard. My biggest thing that I would say, right, is that grief isn't always about death. Sometimes it's about a change that you didn't ask for. And that can be really challenging. And that can make someone feel really heavy. And can make you feel like things aren't okay and things aren't right. And when that happens, my best advice would be no matter what, right? Gotta show up for yourself. You have to show up for yourself. And pray about it, pray about it, pray about it. God will make a way. And I know that sometimes that might even feel hard to trust, but He always will. Just try to keep that in mind. That's my best advice, and honestly, my only advice when it comes to that part. And then the next thing that kind of stems from that is functioning while you're hurting, right? So now, okay. The crazy part is, right? Life doesn't stop. As much as you sometimes just need to catch a break and just like recenter and regroup, life doesn't stop. That is okay to do, but just remember life doesn't stop. I know that sometimes I have my days where actually I won't even lie to y'all, right? This past weekend, I spent the weekend alone and I tried to regroup, right? I say Saturday. I was sad and I felt so heavy. I felt so just like not okay, right? And I honestly didn't want to get out of bed. And then I'm like, okay, bitch, straight up, bitch, get the fuck up. You have to get up and just go eat something, start to move, start your day. So I didn't have an appetite either. Um, and I did just that. I moved very slow, don't get me wrong, but I did just that. And then everything in me did not want to work out, like at all, right? And I was like, you know what? I need this. Like, I have to push through. I need to move my body. I need that. And, hopefully that would relieve some stress. And it definitely did. It was definitely a really hard workout. And I did move a lot slower. And it was more challenging. But I pushed through it. And I was happy I did after because then I started to be productive. And I was still heavy, but I had to show up. I had to show up for me, just like you have to show up for you. Nobody else is going to show up for you. Life doesn't stop. And yes, I did isolate myself because I was able to do that. And, if you have that luxury, take advantage of it once in a while. I would say, actually, I think it's good for everybody. And I just pushed through because I have to. There are some days, right, throughout the year, um, like if we're talking on the grief aspect, and I'll talk about the grief of my dad, there are a couple of days out of the year that are my hardest days, and days where I don't want to leave my house. I don't want to be bothered. I just want to rot. And those days are my heaviest days. I have a lot of heavy days. I've whew, gone through a lot in life. I am young and I literally feel like I've lived 9 lives. Um, but I still show up for myself because, like I said, you have to. And I know, like, it's really hard sometimes, super, super challenging. But I feel like if you just keep in the back of your mind, like, nobody's coming to save you, nobody's coming to help you. And that's really harsh, but it's also just the reality. Even if you have people in your corner, at the end of the day, you're still the one that has to take care of you, right? So I've learned that. And I used to not want to accept that, but then one day I just did. And I can fully count and depend on myself no matter what. And I feel like when that is learned, it makes it a little bit easier. Definitely. At least for me it did. When you know that you gotta do it for you, you're gonna do it. Even on my worst days. I still do it. But it's also okay, though. Let's not get it twisted. It's also okay to take a day just to yourself. Like, take that mental health day. Take that day to just breathe and recenter, regroup, and to just be. You don't have to necessarily always have the most productive of days. You don't. So it's also okay, because that's a form of showing up for yourself too. Because if isn't right, how how you supposed to function or show up, it starts within you. um and like I said, that's something I actually struggled with this whole weekend. Shit, I'm still like, ooh, blah, like my energy's off. And I know that, you guys that are watching me and you guys that know me can tell, right? Um, but like I said, still got to get to it, still showing up. And by the grace of God, I pushed through, honey. Pushed through. Um, I would say, right? I think this needs to be normalized more. Every day's not going to be a great day. Every day you're not going to be happy. Every day you're not going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm ready to tackle on the world. I ate my fucking Wheaties. No, that's not realistic. Not every day is going to be that. It's just what it is. You always be thankful, right? That you have that breath in your lungs and that you were blessed with another day of life. For sure, for sure. But also know that we are humans. Every day is not going to feel great and be sunshine and rainbows. It's just not. And it is okay. Feel the emotions that you need to feel. Go through the motions. Like, sit with what you need to sit with. Don't suppress. Don't ignore. Like, don't. Understand that it is okay. We are human beings. We're meant to feel these things. We're meant to go through certain things. It's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be like, "Oh my god." You might not have that energy, that focus, that drive. You're not going to have that every day. That's just not realistic. And if you say that you do, respectfully, you're a liar. Cause it ain't no fucking way. And that's okay. Normalize it, guys. Please. Be real. Be real with yourselves. And just accept. I think acceptance is like, what's the word? Acceptance makes things a lot easier. A lot easier in life. Dead ass. Dead ass. Not every day is for healing. Some days are for feeling. Bar. Don't let it go over your head. Don't let it go over your head, for real, okay? I'm literally figuring this out as I'm talking to y'all. Like, what I talk to you about and what I be preaching about is stuff that I'm going through, that I live through, that I'm literally working on as I'm talking about it. So understand too, like, I'm not talking out my ass. It's a fact. And that is what it's all about. We are here to help each other. Okay, guys? I'm for the people, you heard? For the people. Boom. The people. Even if the people ain't for me, because y'all ain't all for me, for sure, for sure. But it's okay. It's cool. It's cool. It's all good. Truly. Just know, right? If you're having one of these days, or you're going through something, you're grieving anything, you're just feeling heavy and not yourself, that is okay. And that is normal. And also know that it is more than okay to reach out and ask for help if you need help, whether it be to me or whether it be to anybody in your life. It is okay. Don't feel like you have to figure it out by yourself, right? Like, I know I was talking about, you know, how I isolate myself and how I am alone sometimes when I'm going through what I'm going through. But everybody's different. And understand that if you need to reach out for help and you need to speak to someone, it is perfectly okay. It's okay. And let me tell you something. For the people that say it's not okay, fuck them. Point blank, period. It is super okay. you, there's always help. There's so many people out in this world, and even when sometimes you feel like you're the only person going through something, you are probably not. There's so many other people that's gone through that or that has felt those emotions and is feeling what you're feeling and can, give you some sort of advice or just help you with that or just be there. And it's nice to have people to show up for you, for sure, for sure. If you are blessed with that, take advantage of that. You don't always got to do stuff alone. You got to always show up for yourself, for sure, for sure. But you don't always have to do stuff alone. So let's not get that confused and let's normalize that, okay? Okay, guys? I'm bleeding. We don't have to talk about that. We don't have to talk about that, guys. I'm so pale right now. Like, hello, where's the sun? Where's my tan? Let's get it together. I do also just want to say, right? You don't have to fix everything right away. Everything doesn't have to be figured out like that. Shit. If it did, I would not be here talking about this. Because there's a lot of fixing that I need. But just have patience. And with due time, everything will be okay. And everything will be how it's supposed to be. Truly. Truly. Just get through the day. Just focus on getting through the day. When things are overwhelming and things are just super heavy, just worry about getting through the day. And that is something that I also really need to embed in my brain because sometimes I am not focused on getting through the day. I'm focused on 500 other things, and then I'm even more scrambled and even more like, fuck this. And that's not helping nobody or getting anybody anywhere, right? So, let's just take a moment of silence, guys. Let's take a true moment of silence. That is a really long moment of silence. Oh man, I can't. I will say, right, that I know how hard things in life can get. Trust me, I know. And it can be very overwhelming. But just remember that things will pass. Things will most definitely pass. Sometimes, too, it's important that you go through those emotions and you go through those feelings and you don't, try to just distract yourself. Feel it, go through it. You're meant to go through it. We're absolutely meant to go through it because you'll take something from it. Even in the heartbreak. And just keep it pushing. Keep showing up for yourself. Keep showing up and normalize just getting through the day. Normalize that. It is okay. We are humans. You're not crazy. I might be a little crazy. I don't think y'all are crazy. So, I'm going to wrap this up because I need to talk to God and get myself together. I'm getting through the days. Don't you worry. But I need to go find my zen. Even though I'm zen, I'm pretty zen right now, I would say. But seriously, I'm gonna go, and I hope I spoke some shit to y'all. And if anyone is going through any sort of situations or just wants to talk, reach out to me. Y'all can reach out to me on Life's Table Talk Instagram. You can reach out to me on my personal Instagram, which is Marie Teresa with 3 A's. And you can also comment on the video. You can email Life's Table Talk Podcast. And yeah, DM me. I'm always here for y'all. Love y'all. We going through it together. We gon' be alright, okay? Trust. I love y'all. Make sure y'all are subscribing, hit the notification bell, follow the socials. Y'all already know what to do. Whole lot of gra gra boom. Next episode is gonna be better energy, and we gonna be laughing. Don't y'all worry. But we can't just always be laughing and talking about some nonsense. We talk real shit over here, okay? Okay. Love y'all. Whole lot of gra gra boom.